Hi everyone, in this video we're going to be talking about interfaces. So interfaces are named collections of method signatures. So here I am in my main 3.go and I'm just going to dive into an example and show you how interfaces work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to define an interface. I'm going to say type car interface, and what you can do inside an interface is you can define a certain set of functions which you want other classes to follow or other structures to follow. So you can say that okay, a car should drive, right? And then a car should stop. Yeah, because a car which doesn't stop is very dangerous. And then I have two types. I have a type Lambo struct, which in which I can say okay, so Lambo model, which is a string type, and then I want to have a Chevy because why not? And then I'm gonna say a Chevy model string. So now in my func main, I just want to call these functions, right? So what I can do is I can define these drive methods and stop methods on top of these other structs, and then they will start following the interface. So I can simply say func L star Lambo, and then I can say drive, and I can say fmt.println Lambo on the move. My bad. And then I can do the same thing for a Chevy. I can say Chevy drive, and I can say Chevy on the move. And I can also say which model of my Chevy is on the move. I can say C dot Chevy model, and here I'm gonna say L dot Lambo model. So now let's get to the fun. I'm inside my func main, and here I'm gonna declare two new types. One is the Lambo. In the Lambo, I'm gonna say okay, the Lambo model is, let's say, Gallardo, and I'm gonna say Chevy, and the Chevy model is C369. I'm not sure if this exists. So then I'm just gonna do L dot drive. I'm gonna do C dot drive. So let's see what happens. So I'm gonna do a go run main 3.go undefined fmt. So obviously because we didn't import fmt, import format package. Yeah, now it's gonna work. There you go, Lambo on the move, Gallardo on the move. So one obvious benefit that you might see from this example was that we can define a set of instructions, a set of structure, so that both of these models are kind of consistent with the whole structure. So if you're talking about a car should drive, a car should stop, or a car should do other things. If you want to build a game, you might have a character who walks, you might have a character who talks. So walking and talking might be defined in an interface, and then there can be very different types of characters. They can be NPCs, playable characters, but all of those characters can follow those certain set of interfaces. So if you look at this dashboard right here, draw.io board right here, you can easily see that okay, I had a car interface which both the Chevy and the Lambo follow. So this enforces a kind of consistency, and it makes your code very readable and very programmable, because you know that okay, if you're talking about Chevy, if you're talking about Lambo, if you're talking about any car, they will follow this interface. Then if they are following this interface, you automatically know that they have the drive and the stop method. And then one thing you can do is you can enforce it to use the interface. So you can have something like func new model, which returns a Lambo model, which returns a car interface, and then you can say return Lambo with any arg. So you can do this also. So here we're gonna add a string, and then so you might notice that the Lambo uses the drive method, but it doesn't invoke the stop method. It doesn't define the stop method. So if you try to run it over here again, it's gonna say that okay, interface type failed because it's not it does not have the stop method. So this is a kind of a very neat way to make sure that all of your structures, they use the interface. So I can simply make a new function. I can say L star Lambo, and then I can say stop, right? So in stop I can say fm.print line stopping Lambo. Cool. So voila, it ran. So you kind of saw the power of interfaces over here. So if you are returning a new model, right, instead of returning the type of the model, just return the interface. So what this means is that okay, I have this model, but this model needs to satisfy this interface, else don't compile my code. So you looked at the Lambo struct. So it should follow the car interface. If it doesn't follow the car interface, then it's gonna throw an error. So the car interface is drive and stop. So this is a very neat way to kind of make sure that all of your functions, they follow a set of instructions which you want them to follow, a set of methods which you want them to invoke. So I'll see you in the next video with some more examples on interfaces.